Alrighty, g'day everyone. How's everyone going today? Robert Blurt here, Outback-Vaping, and today we're going to be having a look at a little doohickey to complete the Vindicator kit. We're going to have a quick build on the RDA, put some different coils in here, and I'll grab a fresh set of 30Ts, and we have a nice little goodie in here to go with this. So yeah, have another quick toot. We'll flip it, get down low. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, let's get down and dirty. Flipjes. Alright. Everyone's seen this before. Kennedy Vindicator. The RDA. I'll have to take that off of there so that I can pop these coils out. Bang it on a regulated mod pulse and get my coils ready. Authentic, not a bloody clone. I'll take this battery out because this is one of my single batteries. I've got the OG contact in here, not the constant contact, and I'm also running spring, not magnets. As you can see, nice, quick, easy to take apart. Kept it nice and clean. Let's slide that back together, pop her up, and which throw do I want? I want the slightly shorter throw, so there we go. And all back together. One thing I do like, you can see it's got a bit of wear mark from where it keeps rubbing when I sit it down. What we'll do is we'll grab my build mod, the layers, mate. Build everything on this. Screw that on here. You're probably wondering what's going on. Got that there, all ripped roaring, ready to go. Stick that over here a bit further. That up here. We're going to need everything in parts, and I'm going to have to build fresh lot, these couple of coils here. Also as that, I can give this little beauty in here a go. This, my friends, if you haven't worked it out already, is the stack section for the Vindicator. Which is a bit of a bugger to open the bag. And this is how she'll come in the baggie. Now, first look at that and you're trying to work out what the fuck's going on. This part here doesn't go on this end. They package it like that and ship it like that specifically so as that the thread doesn't get damaged in any way, shape or form on this part. So this is your battery connector. Instead of having to have a battery space or anything else, let's bring it, see if we can get that to focus a bit better. Come on, there we go. This is your battery connector. A little bit of a dag on that, but that's what you get from screwing into a plastic. Solid pin. Just a solid copper pin to connect your two batteries. Quite a bit of girth and a bit of length to that. Very chunky thread, but I prefer a chunky thread on something like this. Got less chance of threading it, cross threading it and all of that. So this is what you're working with. You got a plastic Delrin type insulator. I don't know if that unscrews. No, I can't get that to budge, even if it does. Even better. Once again, nice threading, just like you get on all your Kennedys. Very clean, very neat, very tidy. So that will screw back in there. This allows for battery adjustment between the two halves, as well as an insulated section. It is, as you can see, slightly raised to help prevent a hard short. So this actually screws on this end, not that end. Button goes in here, like so. And that's what we'll have. So let's get this RDA up and running. And anyone that knows me or knows the way I vape will know that, bring it up closer, Kennedy is one of my favourite, hang on, have a quick puff while we. The Kennedy 25, one of my favourite drippers, and the Vindicator's definitely one of my all-time favourite mech tubes. Hard hitting, simple and reliable. So we'll pop this off. I know those coils look brand spanking new, because they pretty much are, but for this I need something a little bit beefier. Well, not a little bit beefier, but I need something with a higher resistance than these. So we're going to unscrew these, take them off a fair way, like so. Not all the way. Pop out these coils. 1, 2. Oh. And they can go bye-bye in the bin. I've got enough coils sitting here, like so. Now we have some twisted core fuse claptons, twisted 32 gauge, wrapped in 40 gauge, some of my homemade DIY coils. Pretty simple to build in. Slot in. I've got fat fingers, so bear with me. Pull that in, pull that in. Slot this lot in, just the same. I like to get them close up to the post with these, because these are get quite springy. Be a little bit of a pain in the ass, so just to help pull this through, like so. There we are, just like so. As I said, fat fingers, so I find it hard to get in there and grab hold of stuff sometimes. I like to get there, nice hard up against the post. Just hold them in place for a second, roughly, while I tighten her up. Bring that back over here a bit. Now, any of these out there that don't know, Kennedy is actually closing their doors. She's a bit tight getting this back out. There we are. So, I'm glad I got hold of this when I did, because soon you're going to find it very hard to get Kennedy products. Everyone's going to buy them up and want to be keeping hold of them. Now, it looks a bit messy at the moment. Yeah, looks quite messy at the moment, but what we do, stick this rod through, like so. Give them a little tweak. Same as on the other side. I'll tell you what, this is a pain in the ass to do on camera sometimes. Come through from this side. Give that a little tweak. That just gives me enough room now I'll get in there, trim off my excess on my legs, and make my final adjustments in a minute. One. Apologise. Two. Head up and under there. Three. And four. There we go. All trimmed off. Now these coils, they're trying to work with a leaf spring basically, or a spring. They are that flexible. They've got that much give in them. It really ain't funny sometimes. Tell you what, that glare. Right, see, they're already looking a bit neater, a bit tidier. Oh, hang on, I need another mouthful here. As you can see, there's a copper 510 pin, stainless steel posts, undercoil airflow, comes in from the side, up underneath, through those two tubes. Pretty simple. Now, I've got to back this off just a tad because one side is a little bit tighter than the other. Just back this off just a tad. Just a tad. And I'll pull this one out just that little bit. There we go. Just enough to work with it. Oh. That should be about right. Tightening back up again. Now, I have lost the actual proper Kennedy Allen key, so I've got to use this one. Alrighty. Tidy these up a bit better. There we go. Lift him up a bit. Reckon I could probably back that side off a little bit more yet, actually. Do bear with me. Come back off the camera just a tad again. Still not quite where I like it. A bit fussy like that. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a damn sight better, actually. Alright. There we go. That's better. Let's see if I'll bring this light up over here a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. That light was what was messing it around. Yeah, now they feel about right. About the same tension on them. I have to bring those watts down a little bit. Oh, quite a bit. Coming in at a 0.25 at the moment. I'll start pulsing her up. See those pretty colours starting to come through. Have to block off that light just a tad so I can see what's happening. Do apologise, can't see. That's getting quite a nice glow to it. Let's see if we can bring that up a little bit more. Block this light off. Alright, they look like they're glowing pretty bloody evenly. Let's give them a little straighten up. Just tweak this a little bit more. As I said, these can be a bit of a bugger to work with just because of the type of coil they are, but the flavour off of them is outstanding. These are definitely one of my go-to for a flavour coil. Alrighty, turn that up just a little bit more. Give it another quick pulse, make sure everything's coming in good. See, we've got a slight little hot spot there. And on this one, give it a bit of a pinch. Pinch. Now let's have a look. All right, beautiful. Give that a second to cool down. Do apologise, bit of a dicking around, but has to be done. We're going to be running cotton wires. My favourite for high-powered stuff, bit of canna cotton. Love this stuff. Seems to be more resilient at the high temperatures. This is where the fun part comes in. As I said, this stuff's like working with a spring, so it can be a little bit more of a pain in the backside to work with. While I'm doing this, especially because it has a tendency to move around a little bit more when you're threading your cotton through. Big fat fingers get in there again. You want to get that tension just nicely on it. That feels good. Once again, lazy bastard I am when it comes to the wicking, especially in RDAs, more so than an RTA. But easy done. Right, there we go. In she comes. Nice. So sorry about the noise in the background. That's my kid playing Fortnite. And he won't shut up. Just snip this cotton down the middle. Alright, give her a trim now. Just a little bit like here. That's looking pretty bloody good. There we go. Now, let's tuck her in. Up and in. Like so. like so. Again, bump the phone. It's hard to do it when the phone's this close. Gets in the way. Tuck her in and down. In and down. Now, I like to get there. Tidy that all up. I like to get there and just move this stuff around. Make sure she's all clear underneath, like so. And like so. Allows that airflow to come up straight underneath and either side of the coil. So, it makes things a bit better. Alright, so I'm going to grab an extra set of Samsung 30T. I'll put some juice on this. See how she roaches on the regulator device. And then we'll put the whole bastard together. And I'll tell you what I think of a full setup Vindicator with the stack. Been absolutely itching to try the stack. Something I've been trying to get since they first came out, and I tell you what, as soon as it rocked up, I was not disappointed with the machining or the look of it in any way whatsoever. Let that just soak up a bit of juice at the 25 watts. Alright, let's bump that up. It comes in at a 0.29, jumps to a 0.31. Alright, let's turn that up a bit. Put 50 through it. That's at 4 volts, or 4.3, 4.4. More. Make sure she soaks up good and proper. Let's fill that juice all up a bit. Alright, let's take her up. 97. Whoa. Fill that well. Fill on the coils. Alright, I reckon she's juiced enough. Oh, over juiced. Have a look at that. Let's just burn off a bit extra. Bang this top cap on. No change in resistance. Exactly what we're after. As I said, that's my user error. I've overjuiced it. But you get those things. You get that on these big jobs. Oh, sorry, it sounded a bit mundane. I was trying to concentrate on everything and look at everything. And as I said, got the kid in the background that won't shut up at the moment, playing Fortnite. And birds in the background as well. I'll show you underneath. Once again, there's the copper pin. Let's clean up any spills. Stick that off to the side for 2 seconds. Right, here's the original tube part. I've removed the button. Everything's rip raw and ready to go. So we want to screw our RDA on first. Then we want to insert a battery. No, they are not bare batteries, they are clear wraps. See? Insert a battery, and then we've got our adapter instead of a spacer. Screw that in. Hear a bit of rattle. Wind it in nice and firm, no more rattle. So it should look like that. All right, now on our other section, our beautiful stack section, screw that onto here. Now this thing's turning into a monster. Grab our other battery, same way, fire button on. Nice firm, snug contact. And there we are. That's got a bit of juice in that on it and been well worn. Won't take long for this and this to match completely. I can tell you that now. And there we are. The Kennedy Vindicator, stacked. Fresh build, rip roaring, ready to go. So this is a complete original setup, top to bottom. As I said, don't have the constant contact. I was never a big fan of the constant contact. I do actually prefer the OG switch. So we'll flip it back up the top and let's have a few toots on it and tell you what I think. All right, numbnuts, I'm back. Let's just straighten this camera up a little. There we are. All right. Kennedy Vindicator, stacked. She's got a bit of length to her. Let's have a look compared to a Purge. So it's taller than the Purge by quite a fucking bit, as you can see. But in saying that, the Purge does need a battery spacer, which this day and age, they're actually getting harder and harder to find. So little word out to any of the companies out there. Start making and or including battery adapters that are easily accessible, that you don't have to chase around and hunt for or anything else. I know that many people that have got stacks at the moment that can't actually use them. I've kept several out of Bonza kits, but I am just about out. So pop that. Oh, look at that. No ramp time. Let's have a toot. Oh. I have exactly the same build in the Asgard on top of the Purge at the moment. And except, sorry, that one actually aims out a little bit lower because I've wrapped that at 3mm. In this I've got 3.5. This hits harder. Fuck oh, this hits hard. It is a copper tube, copper cerakoted, but damn, there is a highly noticeable difference. Oh, that's my mango glazed donut. Let's have a friggin' toot and a beer. The higher power is bringing out more of the mango. Ooh. That is the hardest hitting stack I currently own. Is that the hardest hitting stack I've used? Yes. Definitely the hardest hitting stack I use. It is the tallest stack I've ever used too. The length on this it's fucking huge. Kennedy is a tall tube on its own, but fuck. Machining, excellent. Feel in the hand, It's exactly like holding the tube. As you can see, it's identical. It's just longer, so it's a lot more top heavy, but you can fire with the middle finger instead of that finger like I normally do. Fire with the middle finger and slide the hand up a little bit further. That helps. Damn, that's good. So I'm pretty sure here in Australia it's the 27th at the moment. I'm pretty sure from memory Kennedy were closing their doors on the 28th. So you may have already missed the boat. I do apologise for that one. But you might be able to find one somewhere. It's one of those things. I'd get onto it. I'd have a look into it now, today, if you can. The United States is having a lot of issues at the moment with postage and all of that. All the postal companies are refusing to ship and move vape gear. So you want to get onto this, and any products that you need, excuse me, right now. May already be too late for some of you. I do believe that you're still going to be able to go into stores to purchase certain products, but being able to purchase directly from companies and that's going to be a no-go from here on in. It's very, very sad day for over in the United States and the rest of the globe. All us people that love our Kennedy products, and several other companies out there. I'm not going to list them all at the moment because I'm reviewing Kennedy. But yeah, very, very sad day. And my best wishes go out to all the team. And I hope something happens that we can see them back again sometime in the future. But get one. Get it now if you can. It's a fucking ripper. And I'll scratch your crater. Have a bloody ripper day. I'm Rob, or Blurt, Outback Vaping, and enjoy.